Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Ameya and we are discussing about standard test signals in control systems. Now when we talk about a control system, it is basically the relationship between output and input. And once you design a control system, you need to test that control system using various types of standard test signals. Okay, so today we will be talking about first that type of standard test signal, that is a step signal or step input. Now, what is step input? Step input is a signal whose value changes from one level to another level in no time or zero time. So let us try to make it graphical representation. There are two levels for input. So my input is at zero, it is constant, and it changes within no time to the level called A. Okay, or it can have any number, 1, 2, anything. So that is basically a straight line which changes the level from 1 to 0 to A within no time. The same thing, if I try to do a mathematical representation of it, the function will be time dependent r of t, which is my input, can be A into, that is my output, ut, which is output. Okay, where output is dependent on my input. Okay, so what we can do here is you can just find the various values for this u of t. This u of t will be a for all the values t greater than 0 from this. Okay, from the graph you can easily predict, and same will be having 0 for t less than all the values of 0. Okay, so this is basically a representation of your input signal state into a mathematical form. Now still we are in time domain, we have to get into the Laplace domain, right? So we need to take a Laplace transform. So for Laplace transform, to get S domain for step input. So same function I can change into f of t is equal to, there are two values a and 0 for t greater than equal to 0 and for t less than 0, and then I try to find the Laplace transform for the same. So f of s is equal to integral 0 to infinity, and then you can have a e raised to minus st dt for the Laplace transform. If you continue to solve this, you will get the value of f of s as minus a s raised to minus st upon s, and we will shift it from 0 to infinity. So finally you get a by s for input f of s. So what are basically we are trying to understand here is, if your system is given to have a step signal or step input, you can easily replace r of s is equal to a by s, where a is the amplitude. Okay, so a can be anything, 1, 2, 3, 10, 100, anything. If it is asked a system to be having unit step input, then you have to replace that a by 1, and that will give you r of s is equal to 1 upon s. So these are the two substitutions we are considering when there is a step input. It can be replaced r of s by a by s, and if it is asked for unit step input, you can replace it to 1 upon s. Okay, so this is about the standard test signal of a step input, which can be converted into time domain to S domain, and these are the takeaway points for the substitution of R of S into step input. Okay, so in the coming video we will talk about the next input, that is called ramp input. If you like this content, do share and subscribe my channel, share it with your friends. Check out the playlist on my channel for control systems, mechanical measurements and industrial automation. Thank you for joining.